Right. Here we are going to study about new trends and types of a mixed economy. Here we can identify three main types of mixed economies. Types of mixed economies. What are those? Three main types of mixed economies. First one, we identified as socialist market economy. Social, right? Initially, social market economy. That is the first one. Number two is socialist market economy. Socialist market economy. And the third one is indicative planning. Indicative planning economies. Right? Those are the three main types of mixed economic systems. First one, social market economy. Second one, socialist market economy. And third one is indicative planning economies. Right? So we'll discuss each one of them separately. Initially, social market economy. මම මේක මතක තියාගන්න හරි සිම්පල් විදියක් කියන්නම්. මේක ලොකුවට ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. නෝට් එක පාඩම් කරගන්න. හැබැයි මේ ෆීචර්ස් ටික. The features I'm going to teach you now. They keep them in your mind. First one. So first one, social market economy is a market economy. That's why we call it is a market economy. That's why it is called market economy. Market economy. That means it is concerned about price mechanism. Resources are allocated based on price mechanism. Right? Price mechanism is there. I will erase those. So it is a here market economy. That means coordinated by price mechanism. Coordinated by price mechanism. That is the main feature. Right? That is the main feature that you need to keep in mind. Coordinated by price mechanism, and we call it social. Why? Why it is called social? Actually, social means it focus about those economies focus about social welfare or social justice and social security. Those are the two things that you keep in your mind. These are the economies. Actually, this is the most valid one. Right? This is the most valid one. That means focus more about social security and also coordinated by price mechanism. That's it. Keep those two features in your mind, right? If you want additional one feature, resources are belongs to. Third one, resources are belong to private sector. Why? Because price mechanism and resources are belongs to private sector. Or properties, private property ownership. Private property ownership. But government intervention is more to social security. Focus about social security by whom? By government. You can write down this short note, right? Focus more about social security by government. Government intervention towards social security is high. Government intervention is high. That is the main feature of the social market economy. What is it? Focus about social security. By whom? By government. Government is more highly concerned about to protect human rights, to protect consumers' rights, and also to protect social rights, right? So here, this one is the main feature. I'm highlighting it again and again because that is that you need to keep in your mind. Which market? That is social, right? Why it is called social? That's why I am explaining this. Social කියලා කියන්නේ because government intervene to protect and focus. Government intervene to ensure about social security, social welfare, social security, social welfare, and social justice, right? Social justice. That is the initial feature. Actually, it should be the first one, right? So put 3 star from here, right? Because that is the initial one. Right, exam එකේදී අනිවාර්යෙන් අහන තැන government intervention to protect social security, welfare, justice, or focus more about social security, welfare, or justice. And other than that, this is market economy. Why? Because it is coordinated by price mechanism and also private property ownership, right? So just take this note, keep those 3 in your mind. That's enough, right? Next one. Second one, socialist market economy. There are main 2 features. First feature, the initial feature is first one, it is socialist. Why we call, what is the meaning of socialist? Socialist mean property ownership is belong to government. As you can remember, initially we identified 2 types of economies based on property rights. Property rights එක දිහා බලලා based on property rights, if the properties are belong to private sector, we identify it is capitalism, capitalist. If the properties are belong to government, it was socialist. That's the word come from. That's where the words come from. Socialist. So here, socialist mean properties are property owned by government. That is the initial feature. And the second one, actually these two features are equally contributed. That means there are no most important one is, but the thing is, dekama එක වගේ property ownership is belong to government, and here market කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ. Why? Market means socialist mean property ownership is belong to government, and the market means price mechanism. The coordination mechanism is resources are coordinated by market economy. Sorry, price mechanism. Price mechanism. Right? That's the second economic system. So what was the initial one? ළමයි මේ තුන හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න. මේ තුන පැටලෙනවා. ඒ වගේම විභාගයටත් අහනවා. Initial one. Social market economy. Why it is called social? Because it is more concerned about social security, social welfare, social justice. Who will concern? Government will intervene. Government intervene to protect social welfare, social security, and social justice. That is the initial feature. I told you to put 3 down here. And the second one, coordinated by price mechanism. That is why market economy means market economy coordinated by price mechanism. And here, third one, private property ownership. Private property ownership, right? Those are the 3 things. And then third one, indicative planning economy. I think in your tutorial I couldn't see that one, but anyhow you have to put the short note in here. Oh yeah, it is there. It is there. So indicative planning economic system. What does indicative planning economic system means? Actually, these are the 2 features of this economy. First one is these economies are controlled or initially operate by private sector. Initially operated by, no need initially, operated by private sector, coordinate by price mechanism, and third one, that is important, right? Third one, government will guide the market. Government provide guidance to private sector. That's an important one. Government provide guidance to private sector. So it is initially operated by private sector with the help of price mechanism. But the thing is, the things which these economy separate from the market economy. The market economy මේ දෙකම තියෙනවා ළමයි. එහෙනම් මොකක්ද feature එක? What is the feature that this indicative planning economy is separate from the market economy? This is the feature. Government provide guidance to private sector, but not government do not force, government do not control, only the guidance. Not control, right? ඒගොල්ලෝ control කරන්නේ. Unnecessarily not control කරන්නේත් නැහැ, unnecessarily price mechanism එකට enter වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. Unnecessarily enter to market mechanism, but guide by policies, but guide direction or directed, guide direction by government policies. Policies වලින් guide කරනවා. Policies වලින් guide කරන එක තමයි කරන්නේ. Right? Not control. Control කරන්නේ. ਉਹ unnecessarily enter to the market. Market එකට unnecessarily enter වෙන්නෙත් නැහැ. But guide direction, provide direction by government policies. Right? So actually this is enough. This is enough for your knowledge. First one, what are the three types of mixed economies? Social market economy, socialist market economy, and indicative planning economy. What was the features? What were the features? Social market. Why we call it social? ඇයි social කියලා කියන්නේ? What is the reason? We identify it as social. Why? Because, right? What was the reason? The reason is right. The reason is why we call it social. Government intervened to protect social security. Government intervened to protect social justice. Government intervened to protect social welfare. That's why we call it as social. Social, right? Not socialist. Keep in your mind. Social. Ab social වෙන්න කැමතිනේ social, right? Keep in your mind. Next one. Why it is called market? Market. A market mean price mechanism is there. All the things are coordinated according to price mechanism, right? All the things are controlled according to price mechanism, coordinated by price mechanism. And the third one, private property ownership is there, right? Since it is a market economy, properties are belong to private sector. Right here, when it comes to third one, this is the thing that you need to concern about. Socialist. Previous one was social. Now it is socialist. List එකක් තියෙනවා මේකේ, right? Why it is called socialist? Socialist mean properties are belong to government sector, public, government sector or public. And at the same time, it is coordinated by what? Price mechanism. Coordinated by price mechanism. Now you can see kind of mix. What? Resources are belong to government, but coordinated according to price mechanism. Who will introduce this kind of market economies? Socialist market economies was invented by China. Socialist market economies were invented by China. Who was initially invented social market economy? By Germany. Here by Germany, here by China. No need to keep in mind, but I have given it in the tutorial, right? So here, socialist properties are owned by public sector. Properties are owned by government. And also market, why it is called market? Because price mechanism is there. And then indicative planning. What is the main feature? Provide direction by who? Government. Provide guidance by government to the private sector. That is the initial feature, right? Government provide guidance to private sector. How government provide guidance? Not control, not unnecessarily enter to the market. Anawashya vidiyata market eකට enter වෙන්නේ. Then how? Guide direction by government policies. Guide direction by government policies. That's it. So those markets operate by private sector, coordinated according to price mechanism. Right? These are the three types of mixed economies. As you can see here, two features of command economy as well as features of market economy were mixed in this economic system. We'll see again here. What is this feature? Market. This feature, market. Guide by private sector, command. So mix. That's what we call the types of mixed economies. There are two features of market and one feature of command economy. But keep in mind, in command economy, government will control the market, but here only provide guidance and directions. Right? Now here, socialist market. What are the features? We'll see. Property owned by government. Command economy ke features. Command economy. Coordinated by price mechanism. Market economy ke features. Anna. Edeka. Ekatu වෙනවා. ඒකට mix වෙනවා. Right? Command, market. The game features තියෙනවා. මෙතනට ගියොත් coordinated by price mechanism. Market. Focus about social security. That is social. Who have the objective of social welfare in government? So here command, right? I will change the color. Here this feature is belong to command. This is belong to market, and this is also private properties belong to market. So as you can see here as well, all the features of the market economy as well as command economy are getting mixed in this point, right? You got it now. Coordinated by price mechanism is a feature of market economy. Focus about social security, social welfare, justice by government is the objectivity of government in command economy. And third one, private property ownership is also a feature of market economy. Now you have good idea about what is the market economy. What is the social market economy? What is the socialist market economy? And again, what is the indicative planning economy? Right? These are very important three topics. Please put the short note because it is necessary, right? It is actually necessary. Please put the short note here, right? මම මේ ටික මෙහෙම තියලා පොඩ්ඩක් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට් එකක් හරින්න නැත්නම් පෝස්ට් කරලා හරි ලියා ගන්න. මම මෙහෙම තියලා ගන්නම්. ඔන්න three main types of mixed economies initially: social market, socialist market, and indicative planning. What is a social market economy? Here, initially focus about social security, welfare, and justice, coordinated by price mechanism. Properties are belong to government. Socialist market, why we call socialist? Properties owned by government, coordinated by price mechanism. And the third one, indicative planning, operated by private sector, coordinated by price mechanism, and government direct the economy, not control, only direct, right? So these are the, right here, write down all the three things. Take a short note because this is very important. Right, we'll read the tutorial now. Right, here we go. Right. New trends and types of mixed economies. First one, social market economy. I think you have to write down this one. You have to write down this one. Write down. I will read and you can pause. You can pause and write down. I will read continuously. A market-based approach which has strong focus, right? A market-based approach which has strong focused on a free and right, which has a market-based approach which has strong focused on free and fair competition with social adjustment. Free and fair competition with social adjustment. These systems guarantee social justice and create equal opportunities. Guarantee social justice and create equal opportunities for all individuals. Social market economy can also be known as mixed economic system that deliver benefit of both market and planning economies. No need to learn by heart. Anyway, we'll continue. Main features in this economy is government gets involved into many economic activities of the economy to establish social policies to ensure social equity and social insurance. In doing so, government restrict individual freedom to certain extent. Tax එක වැඩි, right? Because in this kind of economies, tax is higher. That's why it calls restrict individual freedom to a certain extent. That means kind of tax is higher, right? However, government does not interrupt price mechanism unnecessarily. Government එක price mechanism එකට interrupt වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Next one, social insurance is any government sponsored. I think there are few adjustments that I have made. Please adjust in your tutorial according to this. Right, we'll see. Social insurance is any government sponsored program with the following characteristics. බලන්න social insurance වල තියෙන features. The benefit eligibility requirements and other aspects of the program are defined by government. Government එකෙන් තමයි ඒක design කරන්නේ. ඒතර ඒකේ මතක තියාගන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Provide social insurance for public. Public එකට insurance එකක් දෙනවා. It is mainly funded by taxes. Taxes or payment paid by participants. Funded by taxes or payment paid by participants. Higher taxes are there, but no need to worry about taxes. Why? Actually, this kind of economy, people do not worry about tax because everyone has the benefit of the taxation. So I'm ready to pay 50% of taxation on my income. No need to worry. Why? I know I receive the benefit, right? So we'll see. And here again, right? Look at the tutorial. Third one, government protect human rights such as, that's an important one. Human right. In here, government protect human rights. Civil, politics, economic, social, and cultural. This was introduced by Germany. Here it aims to balance economic growth with equity. Balance to economic growth with equity. Economic growth ekai, equality ekai. Equity mean equality, right? It doesn't matter because it was mentioned equity or equality both as same meaning in here. Balance economic growth with equity. Right. State-sponsored unemployment insurance programs, pension systems, and education scholarships. And to your mind, social market economy and socialist market economy are two different models. So now we discuss social market economy or social capitalism, and now the topic is socialist market economy or state capitalism. Right here, I told you this is economic system which is based on socialist principles. Socialist principles that mean what? State-owned enterprises, right? State-owned enterprises, but allow the functioning of market mechanism in the economy. That means market mechanism here. Market mechanism is what? Actually, it is price mechanism, right? Price mechanism and market mechanism are both same concept in decision making. Right. Then properties are owned by government sector. Again, I was mentioned that one. Properties are owned by, I think you have to write down that one. Both these lines, you have to write them down. That's why I have underlined them here. Properties are owned by government sector, but resources are allocated according to the price mechanism. Resources allocate according to price mechanism, right? Keep that in your mind. Here, the main features are, initial one is properties are owned by government sector. That was mentioned by me, right? And also resources are allocated. Resources are allocated according to the price mechanism, right? Keep them in your mind. And I think you have to write down that one. So write down and keep them in your mind. So second line that you have to write down is, here it combines a market economy with public enterprises and public property ownership. What is it again? Combines a market economy with public enterprises and public property ownership. Write them down, right? Market economy with public enterprises and public ownership. This economic system originated in Chinese economic reforms. Example, China. Here it was mentioned in social verse in Germany, socialist in China. Right. Indicative planning economic systems. Indicative planning economic system, we'll see. Indicative planning is a form of economic planning implemented by state in an effort to solve the problems of market economies by coordination of private and public investment through forecast and output targets. That one do not need, right? Write down this one. Private sector is the main operator in this market, in this economic system. They operate, but private sector is the main operator in this economic system, but government provide direction to control or to operate the economy. Government provide directions to operate the economy. I think you have to write down that one. Please write them down. Right. But not force to, but not force. They are not forcing anything. Force mean balapam karne, but not force to private sector or market mechanism. Right. As an example was given. If government needs to increase the hybrid and electric vehicle production by encouraging them and discouraging petrol vehicles producers, then what do the government do? Government need to encourage hybrid and electric vehicle production while discouraging petrol vehicles production. So what do the government do? Government will impose tax on petrol vehicles and give subsidies to hybrid and electric vehicles. That what government do, but not force to private sector or market mechanism. Only direct or guide through government policies. Right, write down this one. This is important. To achieve economic objectives. Right, that's it. It's not going to change again. That's it. Write down this one. If you do not have enough space, please manage however, because I put this here. It is the important sentence on the under the indicative planning economic system. Right. Example, France, Germany, Switzerland, and Norway. Right. So those are the initial things. And next one, new traditional economies. No need to just take the note and no need much explanation because that's not examinable topic. Anyhow, we'll study new traditional economies.